Hi there, I'm Krista. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my top 6 leadership takeaways from Apple Plus's heartwarming series, Ted Lasso. If you're interested in improving your leadership journey and thinking about leadership in the context of some of the best new shows that are on right now in this golden era of television, please stick with me. If you're new here, I'm Krista Smith, and I am on a mission to help ambitious women thrive as leaders by sharing what I've learned and am still learning as an executive, a lifelong optimizer, and a beauty school wannabe. And the premise of the show is that a moderately successful United States football coach is hired to go and coach a Premier League United Kingdom soccer team. He has no background in soccer and because of personal reasons decides to go ahead and take the job. As you can imagine, it's fun to see how Ted Lasso handles this incredible leadership challenge. I worked really hard to start out narrowing it down to 3 of the leadership lessons that stood out to me, and then I went up to 5, and I cannot do anything less than 6 for you here today. So starting with number 6. Being humble and admitting that you don't know just may calm your critics. In the show, the press corps was absolutely foaming at the mouth to prove to Ted Lasso that he didn't know anything about UK soccer. And he squashed that by starting out his very first press conference by saying, let's get one thing out of the way. I don't know the first thing about soccer. Now, they didn't have any idea what to do with that information, but it completely threw them off their game because they were working to crucify him with his lack of knowledge. And so admitting you don't know might give you the space to breathe. And it's a great show of vulnerability. Number 5, team peer accountability is way more effective than authority coming down from the coach. Ted Lasso demonstrates this in many different ways. Some of the examples are that he is really careful to identify the team captain, make sure that the team captains trade over after the team changes, and he expects the team captains to show leadership not just on the field, but off the field in how the team treats each other and includes each other. And number 5, the team includes everyone. Everyone surrounding the team, not just the players on the field. Ted Lasso reinforces this principle over and over. He asks for the opinions of the locker room boy. He builds relationships with his boss, who is absolutely terrible to him, and to his boss's assistant, who is caught between this trap on who he's loyal to, the coach, or to his boss. And even the stakeholders that are around the team, that is the community, the people in the bar who have all of these different opinions about how Ted Lasso should be coaching. He recognizes that the whole community, the whole leadership surrounding the team, the people enabling the team, and the team itself really is the team. And not only does he realize that the whole team is this broader context of people, he reinforces it. And he demonstrates that to the team day in and day out so that the players on the field cannot make the mistake that they're the only team that anybody cares about. Number 3, bench the jerks. Ted Lasso's star player, who has the absolute most talent, is horrible. He's a jerk to everybody on the team. He only thinks about himself. He only celebrates himself. He doesn't give any credit to the individuals that pass him the ball or to the other people that are working their brains out in order to make him successful on the field. And Ted Lasso makes the incredibly difficult decision to bench him. It's not popular. The fans continue to call him names, and he knows that he has to do it anyway. Now we're down to my top 2. We're going to spend a little bit more time on these because these are principles that I think about day in and day out in my own leadership. So number 2 is don't get ruffled by unconstructive feedback. Ted Lasso would have every reason to be completely overwhelmed by the negativity that's coming his way. The entire country, at least it feels like, is calling him names and absolutely rooting for his demise. even his boss is rooting for his demise. And it would be really easy to be in that situation and accept it, listen to it, and let it really, really bring you down. But he doesn't. That represents a lot of strength, a lot of focus, and a lot of optimism. Ted Lasso's approach toward criticism reminds me of a quote from one of my most favorite leadership researchers, and that's Brené Brown. And the quote is this: "If you are not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, I am in no way interested in your feedback." She was inspired in that quote from a speech that President Roosevelt gave in 1910, and I will include the full quote below in the comments section. The key to that quote, though, is that the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. And I work to remember that every day, because there will be people surrounding us that love to critique what we are doing. And the truth is that they are sitting on the sidelines. They have not put themselves out there. They are not working to inspire greatness. They're not working to have incredible impact. Rather, they're sitting back and judging. And for people who are in those positions, it's not important to listen to that feedback. We do want to listen to the feedback of the people who are in the arena with us, who are working and daring greatly, as Brené Brown would say and Roosevelt would say, and who have our best interest and the organization's best interest at heart. But if they're just standing back on the line criticizing us, no need to listen to them. Finally, number one leadership lesson that stood out for me in Ted Lasso, and something that I think about every single day in my own leadership journey, is to have a higher purpose. Love leadership more than you love the game. Ted Lasso demonstrates this. He says to a reporter in the bar, "For me, success is not about the wins and losses. It's about helping these young fellas be the best versions of themselves on and off the field." For me, my higher purpose is to make my organization a place of purpose and belonging, and to help the individuals that are in my organization be the very best that they can be. And I can tell you that doesn't mean that we don't need to have impact for the company, that we don't need to achieve the goals that the company has laid out for us and that we're laying out for ourselves, and that we need to be on a path of continuous improvement. Of course we do. And in the days that are hard and the days that are dark, and when you have struggles over not having enough resources, over feeling like you're getting hit from every single angle of negativity and challenge and lack of confidence and roadblock after roadblock, what really keeps me motivated and keeps me going is remembering my higher purpose. And that's the people in my organization, and making work where we spend such a huge portion of our lives something that's really positive for them. That inspires me. And I think that inspired Ted Lasso too. If you enjoy my content, please help out my channel by subscribing and hitting that notify bell so that you are notified once a week when I issue new content.